Hello, Capsule Monster! My name's Kayla, this is Cinnamon, Peaches, and Sage, and today I'm going to be breaking down all of the hidden details in the latest Pokemon Presents, specifically the part about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. If you learned something new from this video, make sure you drop a like. Let's start at the beginning. First, we see a character getting off the bus. This is implying a school trip, which makes sense because the first DLC is kind of like a field trip. The person getting off the bus is wearing socks with an orange stripe. They likely chose orange representing Scarlet as opposed to purple representing Violet because the first DLC seems to be more past themed, whereas the second DLC seems to be more future themed. The next shot of the toy Chimecho hints at the location of the region. This is in Japan between the Johto, Kanto area and Sinnoh. It's also our first callback to Pokemon Legends Arceus, where there was a side quest where we had to find a Chimecho that was hanging in different parts of the main city. I say first callback because, well, pay attention to those. We get a shot of these apples. For those of you who have beaten Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you know that when you take the Pokemon League exam, there's a part where they ask if you are from Uva, Naranja, or Manzana Academy. Manzana is the Spanish word for apple. This is heavily hinting at an additional academy that hasn't been revealed yet, the Manzana Academy, but we don't have any information about it or know if it's going to exist at all yet. It just seems highly likely considering the hints within the game as well as these apples in the trailer. Next, two kids run by in blue and white outfits. Characters similar to these two are shown later in the trailer. While their outfits could be a reference to them coming from Blueberry Academy, since blue and white are the school's colors, it's also possible that this is a reference to Pokemon Legends Arceus, since we had Diamond Clan and Pearl Clan, which wore these two colors. Considering this new area is close to Sinnoh, aka Hisui, the presence of the blue and white Diamond Clan, Pearl Clan colors, as well as all of the historical thematic references that are going on in this trailer, it seems that we might get some sort of connection to Pokemon Legends Arceus. That might be wishful thinking though. I just really love that game. But hey, they could totally be Adaman and Irida's ancestors, right? Anyway, there are 3 new Pokemon on these posters and statues, which are revealed later in the trailer. They share this purplish color cloth thing, which is red on the statue. Interesting that we have the Scarlet and Violet color imagery going on here. We see a Tatsugiri on one of the stalls, and this outfit here is an exact replica of one of the outfits from PLA. I know some people might think I'm being a little crazy with the PLA references, but I'm going to mention them anyways. We also see an ice cream stand. Could this be hinting at new recipes that we can get in the DLC? These masks include Pikachu, Eevee, the new green legend, as well as a green dog, a pink bird, and a blue monkey. At first I thought this one was a fish, but the 2 dots are its nose, not its eyes. These masks match perfectly with the Pokemon that are revealed later in the trailer, suggesting these are kind of like hero masks. I know when I was a kid we had little plastic Power Ranger masks, and it reminds me a lot of those. Although apparently in Japan they mostly wear them on the side of their head, similar to how they do in Pokemon Legends Arceus. This is a cool hidden detail. The fireworks flash Violet and Scarlet on this sign. This sign shows a kid with the 3 new Pokemon chasing the new legendary. The kid in this artwork is wearing a hat similar to the male protagonist hat in the Gen 4 games. Sinnoh. Lots of references. The Pokeballs on a string here are similar to Alder, who is also referenced to be related to the hero in PLA. The 2 new characters have Scarlet and Violet hair strands, though it's suggested that they are both going to exist within each of the games since they are brother and sister. I wonder if their roles will be different depending on which version that you play. We see the different Pokemon types represented on these lanterns, as well as black leaves flying around. On the map of Paldea, these were gold leaves. Could this be hinting at some sort of corruption within this new region? Moving on to the second part of the trailer, we're immediately traveling across water to a blue circular structure, which looks kind of like a mostly underwater island. This is the location of Blueberry Academy, and based on what we see in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet book and the name of it, I think it's very likely that this structure extends into the water in a round type of shape. Here we see the Blueberry Academy logo on a gate that's similar to that of the Naranja and Uva Academies. I know some people thought we might get new forms of Geodude and Piloswine, and I'm sorry to disappoint, but that's definitely not the case. These arrows are actually animated and they're going up. They're showing the effects of weather, not new forms. This also shows us the map of this area, which matches part of Japan between the Kanto Johto areas and Sinnoh. Also, the name on this map will be very helpful in decoding the Paldean language, so I'm gonna make a note of that. Should it really be called the Paldean language when it seems like it's just the language of this version of the multiverse? Interesting thoughts, potentially for a future video. Speaking of the Pokemon language, we have this repeated word on these two posters. Moving on, Blueberry Academy is going to be a battle-themed academy. That's why we get these shots of this trainer approaching a stadium, preparing for a fight. It seems like they're facing off against 4 people in the shadows. Who are they? I'm gonna make an entire video about that topic. The logo on the real-life uniform matches the logo on characters' uniforms and is again a modified version of the Blueberry Academy logo. We see these 2 new characters. The boy has some sort of yellow symbol on his shoulder. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It looks kind of like a face. It's entirely possible it's a new Pokemon, or it could just be a brand logo. This girl is even more mysterious and even more serious. Don't know what her deal is yet, but I'm curious to find out. These 2 are also relatively unknown characters. The male character is holding a pot though, so it's possible that he might be a rival for Arbin. It's entirely possible that at this Blueberry Academy, we'll be teaming up with a group of trainers to take on another group of trainers. Almost like a tournament style thing, except instead of individual, it's group versus group. Maybe the pink-haired characters are Arvin's rivals, the boy who looks kind of tough is Nemona's rival, and the girl who looks like she's a little bit more tech-inclined could be Penny's rival. I don't know though, that part is just speculation based on what I'm seeing. We see this shape that has 18 hexagons as part of the logo. Of course, there are 18 types, so each hexagon is representing a different type. Just like with the box art for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, each of these different corners is representing a specific concept that we're going to find within the DLC. The top 2 symbols are more related to the first DLC, and the bottom 2 symbols are more related to the second. The top left is the new region we're going to be traveling to, and the top right is the Green Ogre Legendary. The bottom left is the Blueberry Academy logo, and the bottom right is the new Turtle Legendary. So yeah, that's a whole bunch of hidden details from the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC trailer. What are your thoughts on the trailer? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like if you learned something new, and make sure to subscribe for more videos. You can also follow me on Twitter at KaylaCapsule and join the Capsule Monsters Discord, where we discuss Pokemon theories and other Pokemon related topics. I hope you have a great day or night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!